Hey guys, I'll just go straight to the point. I wanted to talk about nurse bullying and toxicity in the workplace, which I've been watching quite a number of videos on that. And I I don't even know how this video is going to go. This is going to be like a rant slash just like my thoughts sometimes about the entire issue. Like people having to feel like, when they're working on a uni, they're not supported, they're new. People are like, oh, you don't know what you're doing and all of that stuff. And I just find it like, why are we doing that? Because we all once were new nurses at some point in our lives. Like, or even in any workplace in general, you once were a rookie, you didn't know what you were doing. You had the basic, theoretical knowledge and even like hands-on clinicals, but that's not actually like, it's not seen in the real world. It's different. So there's more responsibilities, there's a lot more things that you're thinking about, there's a license to protect and all of that. So it's like, let's give each other grace. Why would you see a new grad struggling, and instead of you to like call them to a corner, talk to them, you want to belittle them in front of everybody? They don't know what they're doing, or like even shaming older people, like saying that they're lazy. Someone is 60 plus and you're saying that like they're almost about to retire, and you can like work things around for them, but you're choosing not to. I just find it like they've given so much of their life to career, or even if they just join nursing later, you don't know what their story is or whatever. But like, why are we not kind to each other? Why? It just rubs me off the wrong way, because I feel like as a teacher, if you are really good at your job, I'm sorry, but it's your duty that the person you're teaching knows what you're teaching. If you're teaching a baby how to eat, you're patient with that baby because you know they will get it. You're not rushing them and being like, they're a baby. You actually have to like break it down for them. Like it's your duty to break it down for them. So like when teachers are failing their students, and it's like, I don't know if it's a thing of pride. I'm just like, that should not be a thing of pride to you. You should feel bad that you're not breaking down concepts for the person to learn. So that's like, even when I have like a nursing student shadow me or whatever, I'm usually very like, this is like, if I see you scared or anything, I'll tell you like, yeah, I can imagine, like it's, I know how that feels like, but like you're also learning, and I want you to be, if that space is not conducive enough to learn, of not feeling safe to learn, you're not going to learn anything. You're going to be panicking. And there's something that one clinical instructor did for me that genuinely changed the game for me. I'd gone into nursing, like it was a clinical day, and my patients' rests were like 10. Normal respirations are like 12 to 20. I was like 10. I was like, oh, it's below, it's abnormal. And I was like frightened because I was like, hey, how do I report this? Blah, blah, blah. And she comes and she says, so I call and I'm like, hey, these are my findings. And she's like, trust your findings. Like, they are your findings. They are not your fault. Like, you're not the one that made her respirations 10. They are your findings. So we need to now troubleshoot. So it's like, basically take your nursing toolbox, what you have access to, your medications. So if you give morphine, is there a naloxone order, a Narcan order to like give to reverse the effect of the morphine? So look at that, then call the doctor, then escalate it, let the charge nurse know, all of those things, but trust your findings. And then start to go up the ladder as to who to get it to. And that helped me because I felt like she was telling me like, she wasn't like, oh, so what do you do? She was like, she was thinking through the process with me as a new nurse. I mean, not even as a new nurse, as a nursing student. Yeah, so like, you don't have to come to clinicals with like, you want them to be afraid of you. For what? Like, you're training. I think it's even a privilege to train new sets of people into a profession. So why are we like, yeah, and this is what is leading to like people leaving nursing in the first year, or like just living in general, like just being tired of like the company that we're keeping. Like, you're supposed to be helping, I don't know, like you help other people. I don't understand the politics around it, but it's just like, how do you feel good about just putting somebody down if they don't know it? Like, at least try and help them or point them to the right resource. If they've done it repeatedly and they're not catching up, then you can say, okay, maybe they're struggling, blah blah blah. But if you've not even done all of that and your first instinct is to like bitch about them, fam, you have a problem. Like, that's not what we should be doing. Like, it's already scary enough to have someone's life in your hands in some ways. So like, why are we not being supportive of each other? Yeah, so that just rubbed them the wrong way. And this can also lead to an unpopular opinion. I know that everybody's like, yeah, you don't have to do med surg, and I don't think you have to start out with med surg, to be honest. But I think that med surg is a good place. I think it trains you in terms of, although it can be unsafe, but like if you get like this amount of patience and all of that, and you get to like work on your time management by being constantly exposed to that, you have a degree when you move into a more specialized role to like, you know how to prioritize your list, know where to go by. Because I find like some people might be struggling because they have not had med surg experience, that there's things that you have to think on your feet quick and fast and actually like process really quickly. You get in there, you do your 60-second assessment as soon as you're talking to the patient, you're doing your head to toe, you're doing your focused assessment and all of that. So when people don't have that, they might struggle a bit, but it doesn't mean that they need to have that to be able to do well in their current specialty as a nurse. But yeah, I just think that we all need to, going forward, we should make it a point, like even with our students, our people we're precepting, whatever, and just be kind to them. And the first thing that you really want to really open up to them is that this is a safe place. I'm here with you, I'm here for you. Ask me questions. Let's establish our guidelines, our expectations for the night or for the shift or for the clinical, and let them feel free to be able to talk to you. I'm not afraid to talk to you about something. So yeah, with these few points of mine, I really hope that we're able to do better in the nursing profession and help our people stay longer in the profession. So yeah.